We would have to talk about that prior to even thinking about having kids, because if that's what you want to do, then maybe we aren't going to work out.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the very first episode of Sip and Spill. We're going to sip a little wine and spill a little tea. Let's just jump right into it. But this is my wonderful guest, my best friend Kareem. He don't fuck with me, but let's go. He has no idea what the topic is, so we're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna just jump it off with, who do you believe? This is based on your own beliefs, not society's, not nobody else's, your own beliefs. Who do you believe should carry the weight, and where should they carry the weight? So in a relationship or a marriage or whatever to have you, who do you think should carry the weight, and where, and what part of the relationship should they carry the weight?
Well, I'm pretty traditional, I would say.
Project your voice. Don't try to make it seem like your ass ain't loud at times.
I can be, but normally I'm just style talk. I'm pretty traditional in my thought of, I feel like the man should be the provider financially.
And what about the woman? What do you think she should carry her weight at? Because more traditionally, it's the man carry the weight, bringing home the money, all that, whatever the case may be, or whatever the case may be. And then the woman, she take care of the household. That's traditional, right?
Yeah.
So your belief or whatever the case may be, like the man carry the weight, most of the weight financially, and then the woman carry most of the weight at the house?
Pretty much, yeah. That's I feel like that's the way it should be, and it ought to be.
Interesting. Okay. What are your reasonings, or why do you believe that? Or is it just because
men should want to be the provider firstly.
Okay.
And want to provide for his family, and that lets the woman be the caretaker in the household for the children. I think that's just balanced, because then there would be no need for the woman not to be there to raise the kids and help take care of the kids, I guess.
So let me give you my beliefs. I'm more of a modernized, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And because I do believe that times have definitely, way of life have definitely changed. Rather today, than back in the day. Back in the day, there was, first of all, let's just start with, women didn't have as much quote unquote privilege as men did, as far as in the workforce or whatever the case may be. There were laws against us working or whatever the case may be, and all kind of other that went along with that, whatever the case may be. So typically back in the day, men were the ones who had the jobs. Women didn't really have jobs, so their job literally was, or their role in the family or in the marriage or in the relationship was, you're not working or you can't work, so that her due diligence. Her due diligence was to cook, clean, take care of the kids, make sure they was good, whatever the case may be, while the man was out working or whatever the case may be. However, now it's okay. Yeah, we have women. We've gained privileges or whatever the case may be, or I'm saying privileges very loosely right now, but that's quote unquote. We've gained, these privileges or whatever to work and to be on the same level financially as men and all this other, or whatever the case may be. So now we work full-time job. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are out here. I'm not going to sit here and flex that there are a lot of women that are making way more money than men out here nowadays, or whatever case may be. I'm more so of it just depends with you and that person. Y'all need to, I guess, work something out to understand who and what. Because I'm more so of a believer that, okay, now that we both can work, we both making money, we both at the house, we both with this, we both whatever the case may be, I believe, okay, we just gotta pick up where, you know what I'm saying, at all times. It ain't just this one person do this the whole relationship and then this one person do this the whole relationship. I'm not a believer of that whatsoever. Just because that's what today has become at the end of the day. Back then, the women didn't have, that's all they had was, you know, the home, the kids, whatever the case may be. So that's all
they don't
they
have
need.
children. I wouldn't mind if my wife was working if we didn't have children. But once children do come into the picture, I would want my wife to be raising our kids. Like, I don't want no nannies, nobody else raising our kids. I wouldn't like that. So I would want my wife to be there taking care of the kids.
No, I'm not
out providing and keeping a roof over our head.
Yeah, now I'm not saying go out and get you a nanny and all this other stuff. However, what I'm saying is let's both carry that weight. Because I feel like a lot of times it did get pushed off on the woman, or a lot of time it does get pushed off on the woman, like, you need to be the one raising our kids. I feel like it goes over their head. Like, sometimes it can go over men's head that, okay, I work a full-time job as well, and I also have to come home from work, from, you know, while you kick up when you get home from work and do whatever you want to do. Like, I have to come home, make sure there's food to eat for everybody in the house, make sure there's food to eat for my husband and our kids, and make sure the kids have done their homework and done this and cleaning up after themselves and making sure they good, whatever the case may be. I feel like a lot of pressure gets put because now we are in the workforce. Now I feel like some of the household structures should kind of adapt to this new way of living. But I feel like with the traditional way or whatever, it doesn't leave a lot of room to adapt. It's just like, okay, that's how it should be because that's what it was, and that's, you know, whatever the case may be. That's how I feel. Like, I just feel like men should come in and, you know, cook every now and then and, you know, tend to the kids more than normal or whatever the case may be. Like, I just feel like at this point, like you said, balance. I feel like there should be some kind of balance because now we're both in the workforce and we both work full-time jobs. But it shouldn't always be all on the woman to come home, cook, clean, make sure the kids good, whatever the case may be, and the man does what after he gets off work? Please tell me.
Well, that's why I wouldn't want my wife working.
At all.
If we have
if y'all got kids, you just want her to done,
yeah,
and you do whatever.
What you mean do?
I'm
whatever?
saying like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
because it would be stressful to be raising kids and work a full-time job. No, if I'm providing
you saying
for us,
she shouldn't have to
right?
work.
You don't have to work.
Okay.
That's another thing off your shoulder. You can be home, you know.
Mhm.
And that's what it is. I wouldn't expect you to have a full-time job and be full-time raising kids.
Mm-hmm.
That does not work.
So what? Okay, but let me ask you this. Well, what if she does decide to? What? Okay, because you saying she shouldn't have to. That's not saying that she shouldn't work. Because what if that's what she wants to do? Now,
we would have to talk about that prior to even thinking about having kids. Because if that's what you want to do, then maybe we aren't going to work out.